Good morning. It's currently 8 in the morning. I just woke up and I have a very busy day ahead of me. I just had a shop drop this weekend, so I got to go to the post office and just send out a bunch of orders. And also, now that a shop drop is done, it also means that I need to start crafting for the next one. So I want to make a bunch of ceramic charms, which I've never really done before, and kind of just want to show you the process and just would love to take you along with me and show you what it's like to be a work from home pottery artist. I'm currently running these two Tamagotchis. Oh no, he's sick. This is the new Tamagotchi Uni, the Angel version, but I downloaded the Fairy Tale DLC onto the device, which is why you can see Mamechi is Pinocchio. He has a very long nose. So I'm just running this with my friends right now, and also this one. This is the new re-release of the Tamagotchi Connection. This is the purple gem version, and this was released in Japan. I got given this for Christmas, and it is so sparkly. So yeah, these are what I'm playing right now, and we've got little young Mamechi on my lamp. He's there because I don't know where to put him. Okay, I might as well show you guys this as well. Look at all of these little gachapons. I found these in Japan and some in Hong Kong. This set here is the latest release. Pochichi comes with a little golden poop. It should be a set of 5, so I'm still missing Jinjirochi, and then this is a Mamechi ring. A bunch of hamtaros on the bottom, mamagoma, more hamtaros. Here's Mamechi. That's my Animal Crossing clock. This is my little cute trinket shrine. I've had this studio for a bit over a year and a half now, and I've always been too scared to decorate the walls because prior to living here, I was renting another place for 2 years and I wasn't allowed to drill the walls. Now I actually can decorate these walls, but my new fear is that I might drill into some electrical wiring. I really need to Google this because this wall is so sad and so blank. I would love to have some artwork here and also maybe like a light. So yeah, now I have this very messy desk and a sad wall. This has been my lazy, just put hot water in morning drink. This is more for when I'm just feeling really lazy and I don't even want to froth milk. I got this in Hong Kong and it's a maple chestnut latte. It's actually got this really strong chestnut woody taste to the drink and it's really, really nice. I just feel really lazy today, so I'm just lodging all the mail online now. I have to do this every time after a shop drop. I basically lodge everything so that when I go to the post office, I only have to drop everything off and then I can go. This is essentially just me doing the job that the people at the post office would do for you normally at the counter. I do that step myself at home so that when I get there, I only have to drop off. This usually takes me like 20 to 30 minutes because I need to copy and paste every single individual tracking number and then send them to customers. It is tedious, but it just comes with the job, you know. And I know some business owners, when they get like over a certain amount of orders, they just send out like a mass, your order has been shipped email, and they don't really send out the tracking numbers, which works for some people, but for me, I prefer for my customers to be fully informed. And I think this process, even though it's tedious, it also saves me time in a long run because I'm not getting as many emails from people saying like, where's my order, you know. I'm off to the post office now, and as you can see, I only had the one bag of orders, which is a bit less than usual. Usually when I ship orders, I'd have at least 2 to 3 big bags to ship. But this was expected. I took a 2.5 month long break from doing shop drops, and that usually slows down the traction and the traffic to my website. So this was expected, and I'm just gonna work hard in the next 2 months or so to build that traction back up onto what it used to be, and hopefully get like a sustainable income from then on. It's just all part of owning a small business, and regardless, I'm super grateful for all the orders that I got this weekend. So I'm just gonna go drop all of those off now, and then we'll come home, have some lunch and do some pottery. I need to buy clay because I don't have a lot left. I think this is all I have. Let me just get that out. They are all scrap clays from after throwing, and like when I trim. These are all the scrap clays. That should be more than enough for what I want to make though, so that's good. I'll also be using these wires here. These ones, this thicker one as well, because I want to make beads, and this will be the rod I use to puncture the hole. This should be enough for a good number of beads. You don't need a lot of clay to make that. I'll also need some needle tools, a tiny brush and a sponge, and that's all I need. To prevent it from drying, I'm just gonna dampen it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna throw cling wrap onto it. I already had lunch. I just had some leftovers and it was so delicious. I'm going to start making some clay beads today, because this year one of my goals for my business is to expand my jewelry selection. Currently I make mainly earrings, and I've been doing that for around 4 years now and sold over 1,000 pairs of handmade earrings, and I'm still not bored of it, which is a really good indicator that I'm really enjoying what I do. I'm still making earrings to this day, still selling them, but you know how sometimes when you're selling something and then you can kind of just feel like that product has already reached its peak and is now at a plateau. That's what I'm feeling it's like for my earrings right now. I've made good sales from it, and it's time to move on to something new. I started making earrings like 4 or 5 years ago because I really liked working with polymer clay, and as much as I love working with polymer clay, ceramics will always be more durable time-wise. It will last thousands of years, whereas with polymer clay, since it's painted on and the pigments are usually sealed with resin, that sealing agent will never compare to the durability of glazes. It's always been a goal of mine to do ceramic jewelry. Now I usually do ceramics in my outdoor studio. That's where my pottery wheel and my kiln are. But since I'm making such small, intricate things, it's just so hard to work outside. For me it is, because it's so windy out there. There are like flies and spiders and geckos. I just can't focus on making anything intricate outside. And with these pieces being so small, I think they are fine to be crafted indoors and dried outside. It shouldn't be that much of a problem as long as I clean the studio well enough. There shouldn't be clay dusts flying around. I'm just going to create some beads as well as some pendants using these little hooks. I actually already did some trials on ceramic pendants, but they kind of didn't work out. So here's a little shrimp that I made, a sushi that's stuck onto an onigiri, and here's a dango. I mean, they look good, and they sound really nice as well. I think I had an issue with how they were fired. I wasn't hanging them good enough. So the rod that was holding all of these collapsed during firing, and that's why these two are stuck together. And once glazes are fired and two pieces are fused together like this, there's really no way of separating them unless you break them. These ones also fell onto the kiln shelf, and so as you can see, there's like kiln wash on this little shrimp. Not very pretty at all. And then there's also kiln wash on this dango. Not as noticeable, but there is a bigger glazed floor up here. I don't know what happened to this one. It's probably the metal rod dropping onto it. With all handmade things, there's always a process of trial and error, and this was only my first try, which did not turn out as bad as I thought they would. So I kind of know how I need to set up the firing situation for pendants and beads next time, and I already got a proper bead rack. It's coming in the mail. I just wanted to do a batch so that when it comes, they can go straight to firing. And yeah, I was saying I really want to expand my line of jewelry, so with pendants, people can use them on their necklaces or even put like a lobster clasp on them so that they become charms. And for beads, I want to make bracelets with them. Just trying to establish this new routine here now and just testing things out, see how I feel about working with smaller ceramic goodies. I'm not saying polymer clay is a bad medium though. It's still a medium that I really love doing, and a medium that kind of kick-started the Forest Mori business and shop and everything. But now that I'm a potter, I just love pottery and ceramics a lot more. It's a medium that I can see myself doing for the rest of my life. So as you can see, I did make a bunch of food themed charms here, and since they didn't work out, I'm just gonna make another batch of food themed ones. So I'm just gonna recreate a couple of these and maybe do some Tamagotchi inspired ones. Also, now that I've fired these, I feel like I want the pendant part to be smaller. These ones just feel a bit too long. What do you think? So now I've recreated the onigiri, the sushi, the little shrimp, and the dango. So the next step would be to put the wires on the very top of the charms, and to do that I just take one of these tiny little wires. These special wires can withstand very high heat, up to 1300 degrees Celsius. So you can't just use any wire for this type of project because they have to be able to withstand the temperature of the kiln. I like to high fire all my work because it just gives my work more durability. This is just a personal preference, so I'm using these special wires that can withstand that type of temperature. There are some other wires out there that are for low firing. Those are much easier to get. I think you can even find them on places like Amazon and stuff. These ones that I have here I got from a pottery supply shop. That's all you have to do, just put them into the charm like this, and then just clean the top off with the brush, and also making sure that everything is evenly smoothed out so that we don't get hairline cracks. Pottery clay just blends so beautifully. I'm also going to be glazing some of these with real gold. That's going to look so pretty, especially if they're going to be jewelry. Like for example, the seeds on the strawberry. I feel like if I used gold for that, it would be so pretty. Lots of ideas. Hopefully this time nothing falls off the bead rack. Look what just landed on my doorstep. I just had my birthday and two of my friends wanted to send me a little gift, which is so nice of them. So I'm just gonna unbox them now. This first one here is from my friend Sylvie. She is the sweetest person ever. We met through Patreon. She joined as one of my Patreon members and we just haven't stopped chatting ever since. This is what I love about having like a Patreon community, and it's just really nice to find, you know, like-minded people who also like the same things and do the same hobbies. Oh, you got me so much, Sylvie. The first thing she got me is this Animal Crossing Lego set. This is so pretty. Look at the little Lego Celeste. I love tiny little toy sets like this. I'm definitely going to be displaying this in my studio. I also have the other Animal Crossing Lego sets, but I don't have this one yet, so I'm really excited to open this up tonight. She got me a bunch of memo pads, and then there's a pom-pom Purin one, as well as this frog one. Oh my god, these are so cute. Thank you so much for sending me these. I love sweet little stationaries like this. They make me so happy. Oh my god. And then she sent me what is this? Ah, it's Keroppi. Oh my goodness. And inside is a pom-pom Purin plush. Does it say happy birthday? It does. Oh, thank you so much. Wait, let me take this box away. Is this a candle? Thank you so much. This has made my day. I have a collection of pom-pom Purin plushies on my couch, so this is gonna go on my couch now. It's just so amazing how I can be connected to such amazing people through my work. I feel like the older I get, the harder it's become to make real friends. Okay, I'm just gonna have pom-pom sitting in the corner here. Let's unbox the second thing. This one is a parcel from my friend Yvette. Again, we met online. She is a fellow Tamagotchi collector. We are both from Hong Kong, so we clicked right away when we met. So this parcel came all the way from Hong Kong. She sent me so many snacks. She sent me some super concentrated, extra strong matcha pocky. I think matcha is like a love it or hate it kind of food. I personally love it, but some people think it tastes like fish. I like it, and this one is extra strong, it says. So this is gonna be good. Shrimp crackers. Oh, I thought these were Oreos. Yay, I love shrimp crackers. And then a bunch of chocolates. Oh my god. This is a Sanrio collab pudding flavor. That's why it's got that pom-pom Purin crossover on it. And the other one is banana flavored. And then we've got this banana chocolate. This one is really good. And the chocolates are actually shaped like little bananas. The texture is kind of like an M&M. Like it's got that candy shell. The banana taste is quite strong in the best way. It's not like, you know, that super fake, waxy, artificial banana taste. It's not like that at all. So I really like that. Thank you for sending me them. So she made and blended this essential oil herself, and she told me to use it whenever I feel stressed because it's lavender, I believe. This is what it looks like. She blended the oil herself and then put crystals inside this little tube, and then whenever I need to, I can just roll this onto my skin. This is really thoughtful. My hands smell really good now. And then she also sent me her favorite SPF lip balm. I always trust Yvette with anything to do with skincare because she is a beauty queen. Oh, she sent me a Totoro stamp set. You sent me way too much, Yvette. I love this so much. So gonna use these to pack my orders. What, there's more? What is this? Oh my god. Scoochie Pochi. It's one of those viral wonky pens. I keep seeing this online. Oh my goodness. Look at it. And then on the bottom is the pen. Opens up like that. Oop. Like this. And then on the top here, when you write, Coochie Pachi is just gonna go, ooh. This is the funniest thing ever. I'm gonna be using this pen every day from now on because it's just gonna like make my day every time I use it. Ooh. Wow, I feel really spoiled. Thank you so much, Sylvie and Yvette. I can't wait to send you guys the cutest little packages on your birthdays. This has been such a lovely morning. I'm going to pack all of these up and go back to work now. Thank you. just doing a tiny studio upgrade here. I found this mesh table with wheels from Kmart, and yes, if you're from America, we still have Kmart in Australia. I've been eyeing this for a while now, and for the longest time it was 39 Australian dollars, and it's like the type of thing that I don't need immediately but really want because the color is so cute and it would fit perfectly in the corner of my home studio. But today it was on special and it was only 19, so I grabbed it and I'm just gonna assemble it now. This also comes in green and black, I believe, but the lilac seemed to be the cutest in my opinion. I'm very happy I got it. Here's a bit of an update about my bead making. So my bead rack arrived. It looks so good. The size is actually exactly how I want it, and it's got these little ridges on the side here, and these ridges will help hold the metal rods more securely as opposed to how I had it set up the first time. So this time when I fire my beads, they shouldn't collapse. I'll be firing with this in 2 weeks or so. My beads are ready for bisque firing because they're fully bone dried now, but it will take another week or two before I start glazing them. So when I fire my beads, I'll be using these little kiln posts on each side, each corner of this bead rack, so that there's a bit of a level to it, and some of my charms and pendants can hang off of this rack without touching the kiln shelf. So I got a couple of these. I already have some, but I wanted more shorter ones. And here are the beads. They are all bone dried. The color is a lot lighter than when I was working in this clay earlier in this video. That's because they're fully dried now and ready to be bisque fired. They're at its most fragile state right now, so I'm trying to be extra gentle with them. None of them have dried with hairline cracks, which is awesome. I'll probably do a bead update in a separate video, but I'm very excited to take this step and to make these tiny little ceramic trinkets. Hopefully they work out so that all of you can enjoy these as well. This is unrelated to bead making, but I also made this jar. It's a bit on the chunkier side, and I made a lid for it with a house as the knob or the handle of the lid. So it looks like this. I'm really hoping it dries okay because the weather is quite warm right now. It's 37 degrees Celsius. This is not great for drying pottery because I prefer everything to be dried a bit more slowly and steadily. You don't want like a sudden spike in dryness so that parts of the clay dries faster than the other, and that's when you get hairline cracks and stuff like that. So I am drying all of these under plastic so that the process is slow and even, but there's no promises again with pottery. Everything is super intricate and the slightest bit of change can cause the worst catastrophe, so it's a very dramatic craft. I'm just gonna quickly put plastic back onto it. Here's a piece that came out of firing this morning, and I'm very happy with this one because I'm playing a lot with textures with this piece, and I also used gold on this piece. That's real gold, and this gold element requires a third firing to achieve. A lot of work has been put into this piece, and my idea is this would be the perfect pen holder or like a brush washer holder, cup, whatever, for artists, and also currently exploring a lot of drippy glazes. This one turned out really pretty, and I really like how the bottom has this toasty effect because I left it unglazed and the heat of the kiln kind of just toasted it a little bit, which is a very nice effect in my opinion. I don't know if people like it, but I personally think it's got this very raw, natural tone to it, and I really like it. Here's another example of a drippy glaze being used. So that's it for this video. I feel like this was such a fun, a bit of everything kind of vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will chat again very soon. I have a lot of exciting things going on this year, so I have a lot to share. Take care and bye!